You know, with darts, sometimes you get it good, other times you get it bad, just like that. Now my darts have been broken by the customers here at the Spencer Arms. So I'm using Mrs. Speno's darts, and I've not been playing for ages, and I'm not really that good. But you know what? It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? And I've started this video like that because if you watch Slurpy Dave, he plays snooker and he's really good at it. Not like me with my darts. We'll have one more chuck, and I'll talk to you about 3 beers that I've bought. So I've been Morrison's today, and I've bought 3 beers. Let's have another 3. And one of them is this. From St Peter's Brewery in Suffolk, an independent brewery, a member of the SIBA as well. Morrison's have a good range of sort of like bottled beers and traditional beers and things. And with all the sort of the craft beers and everything that goes on and all the big dippers that we drink, it's nice to just go and get a nice traditional sort of beer. This is a best bitter, organic best bitter, malty and biscuit aromas with subtle bitterness. So we'll chuck 3 more, we'll crack this open, and we'll start talking about this beer. So let's see if I can get anywhere near where I want to be. Oh, nearly. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, we're getting there. So a little bit of a practice. It takes you a while. If you ain't played darts for a while, I tend to find that like I need about an hour completely sober, and I start sort of getting, you know, average. Anyway, let's move the camera around and we'll crack open this first beer. So what a day it's been today. So this weekend been really busy, doing lots of work. I'll show you a little snippet in this video of what I've been doing. I've been literally chopping plaster off the wall, plasterboard in the ceilings, using like 8x4 like 12.5 mil thick plasterboard. It's been a long while since I've sort of done that sort of stuff. And do you know what, yesterday was about a 14 hour day, and it took it out of me. So Janie, Mrs. Speno, has says to me, why don't you now, because we've finished, we've tidied up today, Sunday, it is currently 4:25. She says, why don't you go down to Spencer Arms, I'll cook dinner, and just have a couple of beers and chill out, do what you like to do, stand in front of the camera, talk about beer. And I decided to go Morrison's because I thought I've got loads of craft beer. I've got a 10% triple IPA that I'm going to bring to you next week. It's a 1 beer that will be drank, and that's it. So I've got that to bring to you. But I just really fancy it. I mean, just having a few sort of like lightweight traditional beers like this one. So yeah, organic best bitter from the St Peter's Brewery. Lovely bottle. I mean, really lovely bottle, isn't it? You know, like embossed sort of bottle there. In fact, it's that nice. I might even keep it here in the Spencer Arms. The ceiling is absolutely full of all the labels. So I've got my little Spencer Arms book here, inspired by Jimbo, where I can put all the stickers in now, just to remember what I've drank. Anyway, this is smelling really malty, really lovely. You know, sometimes, I mean, look at the colour of that. That's beautiful. This is coming in at 4.1%. Now, I normally come down here on a Sunday like this, and if I come down and have a drink, and I'll be drinking 6.5%, 7% beers, and before I know it, that's now night. So I just fancy something, a little bit of a dark chuck and a little bit of a drink. So this is the first of 3, and it'll all come in this video. So yeah, that does smell lovely and malty, very lightly hopped on the nose. Let's get into this. Cheers, everybody. Oh, this is well deserved, let me tell you. Oh, very slight bitterness as well on there. Lovely, easy to drink, real good biscuity sort of bready notes even there. These are on a 3 for $6, and they're also doing 6 for 10. That's pretty good. 6 beers for 10 quid. So 3 for 6 or 6 for 10 at Morrison's. And they have a vast range of them beers. They've got the craft beers in there, but they've not really got a massive amount of craft beer. But the bottled beer range is like immense all the way through the range. You know, you got Jaipur in there, you got Timothy Taylor Landlord, I've seen St Austell's Tribute, you got the Trooper in there, just all sorts, every single traditional beer. And the thing is, I like leave these beers alone too much. Anyway, first beer, malty and biscuit aromas with a subtle bitterness. Now when it says malty and biscuit aromas, I'm definitely getting that biscuity taste as well. Part of the taste is the aromas. Now, I've got to admit, my glasses have actually just been through the dishwasher, these glasses. So because we've been doing the house, making a lot of mess, a lot of dust, all the glasses that were up there, Janie just popped them in the dishwasher and threw them through. So although we've not got no nucleation sort of points on them at all, I don't really like my glasses just being dishwashed unless the dishwasher's pristine and I do the regen on them. So we're not getting much lacing, but then again, at 4.1%, you probably wouldn't expect to get a big amount of lacing unless, I mean, if you'd hand poured it maybe, you might do. Just a really nice, easy to drink. It feels quite carbonated actually. It feels as if like this is making me a bit gassy, probably because I'm drinking it a little bit fast. But anyway, can't fault that. 4 point, yeah, it is actually filling me up. It is quite carbonated actually. This is head retention good. I must admit, it probably feels a bit heavy in its flavours and its taste. Even though it's been raining today, it's quite warm still. I've opened the door, turned the air conditioner off, and I came in here, but blimmin' freezing. I mean, it's up to like 18 degrees now, but it was about 16 degrees when I came in here. Yeah, it's probably not the best beer to actually have on a warm day. But yeah, I'd give that a go. St Peter's Organic Best Bitter from Morrison's on the 3 for 6, or like I say, 6 for 10. Right, I'll have a chuck a few more darts, and I will see you on the next beer. Let's see what the Morrison's St Peter's Organic Best Bitter has done for my dart throwing skills. Oh. It's not done me any favours, has it? So I've actually got Ellen Radio on in the background, but because it's YouTube, you know, they're fussy, ain't they? They flag you, don't they? You know, so I've had to turn it down. I'm quite amazed how one sort of 4.1 half a pint can get to you instantly when you've not had anything to eat. But I'm not having my dinner till about 6, so should be quite good. So I need to get myself down the dart shack. The dart shack is where I got all these darts from and that. So my darts are just a tiny little bit different, but I've only got 2. Let's see how these go. I've only got 2, but they've got these sort of like screw-in pins here, screw-in tips, and they snapped, and it snapped within there, so I can't get it out. You change them when they're worn out. So straight away you can see an improvement there. Oh, funny. Whoa. See, after a while, it takes a while to actually start. And we always try and hit that treble 20, don't we? Always. So we got one there. Now I know one, oh, I mean, there you go. I know one of the pub sheddies has just got 180, and I, after been playing for a while, when you practice for a while, I've managed to get sort of like 2 in the treble, and then the third one just goes. So today is just absolutely terrible. There's a treble 20, there's a 1. So this board is the same board that you see at the Darts Championship or whatever, and it wasn't that expensive from the Darts Shack in Leicester. It was amazing. You got so many different boards, and even just to buy the best board, it wasn't that bad. So this is like watching the world darts, isn't it? Being played by someone who don't know what they're doing. Ooh, getting better. Takes a while, doesn't it? You know, I think even sort of like world-class dart players takes them a while. But I mean, I'm not that good at darts at all by any means. But you know, once you play for a bit, you get that slight consistency. So there we go. We got a treble 20 and a 20. We're getting there. Anyway, I suppose we better get back to the beer. It just amazes me, you know, how you can be so wayward. You know, it's just, darts is just phenomenal, isn't it? It's just such a skilled game. You know, when you see these guys playing darts and they're so consistent and they get the 180 so easily. But then again, could they build a barrel bar? I don't know. Come on, mate. Come on. Oh dear, he's at it again. Oh, I don't really want to swear on the channel, but shitface Simon, he's at it. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's Sunday afternoon and he's just at it. That's all he's got to say, and he's fell over. Anyway, back to this afternoon's beer reviews, and I've turned the camera around so you can see this side of the bar. So we've got the famous Live, Laugh, Love there, which is what I go by. I even had it tattooed on my arm there. It's a really great statement. You know, live your life to the full, laugh hard, love like unconditionally and like you really mean it. Anyway, I'm going to crack this one open off camera for a second there. So the second beer from Morrison's on the 3 for 6 or 6 for 10. I mean, like 6 for £10, really good. Theakston's a Quencher Session Pale, brewed with the lovely Eldorado and classic Sovereign hops, sort of English, nice floral and earthy hops there. So I must admit I had to actually do a little bit of research about that because I didn't actually know what Sovereign hops were. Now I know that Richard from Wheatlow Brewery, he's sort of inspired me to he's sort of kicked me up the bum to go and grab some traditional beers because he's been brewing some brilliant beers and he's a real cask ale man, but also he still loves his craft beer, his high end. He's bought the exact same beers as what I have had, the Jaipur and the Verdant Shark series with the Dom, which is coming next week. Anyway, let's crack this open, get it into a glass. So Theakston Brewery, another independent brewery and another brewery, part of the SIBA. So Society of Independent Brewers Association, I think it is. This says about serve chilled, so this is chilled. Eldorado hops in there. On my hop wheel for your entertainment here is apricot, tropical and citrus US hop. Lots of pale ales and IPAs and things use a lot of like USA hops, don't they? I love to see the carbonation of a beer crash in and rise up to that head. It chases the head. You know, it's a good view of the carbonation there. The last thing that you want when pouring a beer out is for all that carbonation bubbles, all them blimmin' dancing bubbles to sit on the side of your glass. You do not want that. This is a really nice, I mean, look at that. It's a lovely, lovely label, isn't it? The thing about Theakston, if I think about Theakston, if someone says to me, Theakston Brewery, I go, Old Peculiar. I've got Old Original looking right at me there. Theakston's Old Peculiar. I've never seen this. So my little trip to Morrison has been quite good, because like when I start, it's really weird. When I start seeing a traditional beer, even though, you know, it's a session pale here, brewed with El Dorado, I think, you know, I don't remember seeing beers of old really sort of like saying what their hops were. I don't know, maybe it's me. Anyway, look at that. That's a really sort of like super clear. The condensation on that is almost like ruining the look of that beer. That's sunshine in a glass, isn't it? It's really, really unbelievably nice looking, that is. Very sort of like a golden straw colour, like a really bright straw colour. Very small head. This is, oh God, that smells really nice. It honestly does smell really nice. 3.4% ABV. That smells, oh, so Moorish. That's got an absolutely phenomenal nose. Oh, what is that giving me? That is... Oh, that's got a smell. I'm going to pause you for a second. I think I've said this before. That's almost got like a Worthing... Is it the Worthingtons or Worthingtons? Them sweets. Really... sort of like a real toffee, subtle toffee honey smell. That smells absolutely lovely. Right, so let's get into this. So we've got El Dorado with the apricot citrusy notes and the sovereign hops, that nice earthy floraliness. There's no really floral smells in there at all. That's just like real malty toffee. 3.4%. How's this gonna go? Cheers. Oh, that actually tastes like it smells, and I like that. Oh, that's lovely, like a honey. Oh, that's a honey. Oh my God. Remember when we were kids? Well, when I was kids, I'm a 70s child. 55 years old this July, and it does show. I'm just thinking about when I don't wear my cap, these wrinkles, but I have been working some long hours and I am pretty knackered. Remember when you had a cold and your mum would say a spoonful of honey, or, you know, who was it, Mary Poppins, spoonful of honey makes the medicine go down. Who said that? So a session pale. Pale is not going to be massively hop forward. It's going to be more malt based. There is an earthiness about that. There is a finish. There is an earthy finish about that. The tiniest bitterness. Not bitter at all, but I think it's that more that earthy feel. It's more that earthy feel, but my goodness me, that is like a spoonful of honey. Ah, and quencher, crikey, that is easy to drink. The carbonation level's nice. The mouthfeel is very good for a 3.4%. I'll tell you what, honest to God, this is almost weird, because I don't know, with Theakston, I always think of that big beer, you know, the Old Peculiar. And you look at that, and I just think of that darkness there. And then you got this sort of like light label. And crikey. And it says here, the original craft brewer. Now, I think Slurpy Dave might give me some information about that. He is a Mr. Knowledge when it comes to this type of beer. And I'm sure he'll be glad to see me drinking more of this type of beer. That is honey. I mean, there's no mention that I should be getting any honey taste in that at all. I'm not getting overly florally stuff. I'm not really getting much from the El Dorado, really. I mean, we've even brought some apricots today, believe it or not. Because Jenny says to me, Mrs. Speno says, oh, apricots, do you want some? Crikey. I've had a 4.1% beer and a 3.4%, and I've not had much food, and I've worked really hard. And you can, good job I didn't have a craft blimmin' 6.5%. Anyway, that's lovely. I can imagine, even with the darkness of the bottle and everything else, it doesn't look that, if branding for breweries were watching this, that really doesn't appeal like a summer's day drink. You know, the branding's really nice because it looks like it's got something to probably do with the brewery running around it, but you can't really see it. You know, in the background, there's something going on there, but you can't really see it. The quencher is obviously what it is. It's a thirst quencher, so that appeals. But these days we really look at the labels first, and that's what really kicks you in the face. But honestly, oh my God, you know, a hot summer's day, get that really chilled. There's enough malt in this to be able to drink this really, really chilled. Because I think in order to probably bring out more of the hops, you need to have this really ice cold. And it does actually say on the back here, serve chilled. Now, I mean, chilled, it don't say serve cold, but I reckon you could serve this cold. I think you could serve this ice cold, because I think you'd calm down some of the malts, really. That is an absolutely fantastic 3.4% beer. That is really, really good. I'd be tempted to get the 6 for a tenner. 6 of them beers for £10. Right, so that works out at £1.6667 per bottle. Do you know what? I have to laugh. This is a little bit of an indulgent video, a little bit of a just a chill out video that you can watch or you can't watch. But I do like it when Simon tries to do his maths on the 4 for 3 and things like that. But yeah, I've just asked Alexa what 10 divided by 6 is, and yeah, it's about £1.66 a bottle. Because that is quite a complicated sum. £1.66 a bottle. So you could buy 6 of these and it'll cost you just over £1.50 on a lovely summer's day, nice and chilled. They would be fantastic. Right, anyway, moving on. A bit more darts and see how this beer's affecting me. But that is like, that is just honey. It is a bit earthy. That's probably where the bitterness is grabbing me there. Oh, that's a really nice beer. I like that. I honestly don't know how the darts players used to play when they were steaming. How on earth do you do that? So anyway, moving on from my rubbish dart playing, the ones I've put in here are obviously the ones that were done for real, but the ones that you've missed out on, I've got 180s and all sorts going on. But anyway, I didn't video them. So yeah, how did the greats play darts by being absolutely steaming? I don't know. I've had 2 beers and it feels like I've had 6. Anyway, we shall get back to the next beer. So at this moment in time, it is raining and it's sunny. It's like beautiful sunshine. The garden is absolutely lit up with the sun, but it's raining. It's been a weird day today. Anyway, I've had to turn it down. I'm currently listening to this. So here we are on my phone. I normally have it on the telly, but the Fire Stick is up at the house. And there I am, look, there. So basically this is the stream wall with Airland Radio. And on the August bank holiday, Airland Radio are doing what's called Shedfest. So please go to airlandradio.co.uk and you'll see Shedfest on there. You can click listen live. You don't have to do nothing else. It's a beer loving and pub shed community radio station supporting everything to do with beer. Independent breweries, pubs, clubs, anything beer related is full of great music. Be warned, there is a little bit of swearing on there because it's not regulated by Ofcom. So, you know, some of the songs do contain a little bit of language, but you know, it is what it is. That's the songs were written that way. But 1 minute you can be listening to Frank Sinatra, and then the next minute you're listening to an independent rap artist, and then a local artist, actually local, proper local artists. Yeah, and in August bank holiday, over the weekend there, it's going to be a full weekend of live music, and I'll be playing there as well, and a lot of other guys and girls from the pub shed community. Anyway, just check out airlandradio.co.uk, please, and if you don't mind, and yeah, give them a big thumbs up on Instagram, and yeah, you won't regret it. It's absolutely fantastic. If you love beer, you're here because you like beer. There's everything. You can even go to the website and upload a photo of you drinking a beer, which will go on that stream wall. It's as simple as that. It's a non-profit making radio station. It's all done for the love, and we love it. Anyway, here we have another independent brewery, Titanic Brewery. All their beers sort of like come with the old Titanic on there like that, and this is called Iceberg Extra Pale Ale. Quite a nice name if you ask me. I don't think I've actually had this before. So first brewed in 1993, this Extra Pale Ale was one of the first British beers to use US hop varieties. Yes, I mean, here's the thing. Seeing these traditional beers, I can't believe how much I'm struggling to talk after 2 low ABV beers. Seeing sort of like these traditional beers from English breweries using US hops, I don't remember that years ago. That's the thing, I don't remember it. It's almost like, so in the craft beer scene, that you see US hops being used a lot in IPAs. I mean, Everard's Brewery, they use US hops for fun. You know, the brewer there is a American brewer. So, yeah, so basically, here we go. It's like, it says, see pale straw, smell floral, zesty citrus, taste full-bodied grapefruit, hoppy. Right, so if I don't get any grapefruit in this, there'll be something wrong, and I'll be going back to Titanic and saying, hang on a minute, grapefruit is the Speno tingling tongue flavour that he gets all the time. So, oh, the conditioning on this beer looks really good. It does look really good. So I don't have a Titanic glass like with the other beers I don't, but I do have a fantastic Spencer Arms glass with the amazing AJ Higgins, who designed that for us. The same artist who did Sniffing the Wrong People for Verdant Brewery. We got a jug as well that's got the logo on from Lucy's Ceramics. Again, super clear beer. Yes, straw coloured. Absolutely lovely. Good conditioning. The head looks very creamy actually. It's a very nice snowy white head. Really quite thick for her. So this one's coming in at 4.1%. Seems to be like I don't know, it seems not 4%, it's always like 4.1. I feel like I've had 8 beers, I tell you. So this video today has been just a little bit of a like chill out video, talk to you about beers, have a few beers, waffle on, and just enjoy the day. Behind me here is a light box which has been created by Crafty box. Doesn't do it justice at the minute, even though the lights are on, because It's very, very bright in here. But yes, this is all handmade. There's nothing in there, and that's got one of our beer mats. So Jan put one of our beer mats in there. But this is basically, I just says to her, create me a light box from what you know, how you know us, how you know me and Janie, and that's what she come up with. It's absolutely fantastic. Lots of reflections there, but everything is handmade, everything. So if you go on Instagram to Crafty Box, I will tag her in this video. You can have one of these made, and they are not overly expensive. They're very great value for money, and it's obviously, or even obviously, unique to yourself. So yes, right, this is poured out, it's hanging around. Oh my God, I seriously, I'm so glad I'm not reviewing anything stronger. So, you know what's really funny about that? That smells like a Titanic beer. So that's got another nice maltiness about it, but it does smell, it's almost got a little bit of ghost ship smell on that. A little bit of citrus, but quite malty being a pale ale as well. Right, let's get into this. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, that has got quite a nice citrus twang to that. I don't want to say twang in the wrong way, but yeah, what did it say here? Oh God, yes. And oh, the grapefruit's coming now as well. Forget about what it said. It says grapefruit and hoppy. That's got straight away, that hit me with a citrus bang. And then the grapefruit comes shining through. That is quite, for a pale ale, that's quite bitter, actually. Oh, that's quite bitter and dry. Very nice. Very refreshing. But then it hits you with that. You see, I like a beer that basically makes you want to drink more to get over the finish that it's given you. So what this has given me at the end of this is quite a dry palate, making me saliva, swallow, make the saliva in my mouth, making me want to go and get a drink of fluid. So, there is a floraliness about that as well. This is fairly hop forward for a pale ale, actually. It smelt quite malty when I first had it. But, excuse me, I'm not doing that because I've got snot. I've got an itchy nose. It's got a really nice dryness, grapefruity, slight bitterness. I'd almost put that as a low ABV IPA as opposed to a pale ale. There's quite a lot of hopness in that. And although there was definitely a good maltness in the nose, in the actual flavour and the taste and the mouthfeel, it's quite hoppy. Blooming good now. I mean, Titanic Brewery. You can't go wrong with Titanic Brewery. Seriously, you could literally go through the whole catalogue of their beers and you will not be able to. I would be quite surprised if you could knock any of their beers. Every single, their branding's lovely. I mean, crikey, let's face it, Titanic Brewery, I mean, honestly, it is one of the best. It's got to be one of the best brandings you've ever had in. It's the most world famous ship ever, isn't it? And to name your brewery after it and then put the ship on your labels. I mean, well, you just can't go wrong, can you? Independent brewery since 1985, and also member of the SIBA again. So even though I was down Morrison's today picking up these beers, I wanted to make sure that the beers I'm drinking are from an independent brewery. I do not like to drink beers from a non-indie brewery company, if you know what I mean, or brewery. So yeah, I try my best, and sometimes I do mess up and sometimes I do drink them beers, but basically, you know, I'm just so pleased that breweries like this and the other two that I've done, the Theakston and over here the St. Peter's, are literally all independent breweries. That's what makes it brilliant. I still can't believe that I've drank 3 very low ABV beers and I'm floating and I'm struggling to speak and I'm slurring a little bit. It's like crazy. Anyway, this is a great pale ale, but I would say this is more a session IPA. Right, I'm going to leave you be. I waffled on way too much, but you know, I've loved it. It's been great. It's just been one of those times to sit down and chill out. And here I am now on the world famous Spencer Arms seating area over here. So this was made by my son-in-law. The cushions are the comfiest cushions in the world. They're 2 inches thick, but they've got the most amazing foam. It's like a vinyl that's wrapped, it's aerated, it's really lovely, and you sit on here and it's like, oh yes, so comfortable, really nice. And I one night was down here and I'd had a few beers and we had a load of people around and everybody went to bed. We actually had 11 people stay over here. Yeah, that was a bit of a squeeze. And they all went to bed and I stayed down here. I was like, oh, I want to stay down here. But anyway, I ended up falling asleep, laying down on this here and falling asleep. And yeah, Mrs. Speno came down at 7 o'clock in the morning and I was still here. I forgot to turn the fan heater off. Which made it 147,000 degrees in here, and I was sweating my absolute kit off. But you know what? It's all fun, isn't it? It's all what these pub sheds are for, man caves, whatever. It's a release. It's a place to come and chill out and just be yourself and just have your own space and just enjoy your time. But it's also a place where you can have guests round, and I love it because we've got a big garden. We can have lots of people around here. So yeah, Shedfest this year with ale and radio. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'd love to be able to have a load of people around here. We've got to see what's happening because I think one of the days we're not here. But yes, so keep an eye out on that. Please go and check out ale and radio. And you won't regret it. I mean, that weekend of Shedfest will be absolutely fantastic. Right, okay, I've waffled on enough, but hang on 1 minute. The sun is shining bright. Look how bright it is out there. The camera can't even focus with that level of brightness. Now, just there is the white paper that we had at the King Power Station for the King Power Stadium when the Lionesses played the friendly, and they're flying high at this moment. So when this video comes out, I don't know, will they've won? I don't know where they're going to be. But just up here, you've got the, oh God, how hard is it to do that? You've got the old original up there. You have Tiger and the Sun Chaser there. They were actually on the Everard's boardroom door. They're quite big, they are. They are at least, sort of like looking at that, probably about 10 inches tall. So they were gifted to me by Everard's Brewery, which is really great. So that's a great addition to the pub. I love them. I absolutely love them. They're absolutely beautiful. You can sort of see, if I put my hand up to this, you can see how big they are. They are really quite a sizable thing, and they're absolutely beautiful. They're like a really solid perspex. And all along there, we've got all the things like Cushties, Hardy Arms, like Iron Pit Brewery, Becky, a local musician. We got all sorts of stuff in here at the Spencer Arms that really means a lot to us. And you know, people gift us stuff, and we stick them around and that. But they mean a lot to me from Everard's. They really do, because they, like I say, they came off their boardroom, their meeting room, and they changed all their branding and everything else. So I had Claire from Everard say to me, like, Speno, would you like these? And I was like, yes, please, that'd be fantastic. Right, anyway, thank you so much for sticking around with this video. I would imagine it's been very, very long. But you know what? I needed it. It's been a knackering weekend, and I needed some downtime. And I think if I'm going to say what is my favourite beer that I've had in this 3, trust me, 3 for 6, crikey. Honestly, it's like, I feel like I've had 8 pints. Honestly, that's what happens when you work really hard and you don't eat. I think my favourite one basically for a hoppy type of pale ale has got to be the Titanic. So that's giving you that nice grapefruit bite, salivating, lovely, for thirst quenching, and then making you want to, drying you up a little bit and making you want to go for more. That for the lovely maltiness has got to be the St. Peter's Organic Best Bitter. Absolutely fantastic. Best Bitter has also been known as a pale ale as well. And then the Theakston's Quencher, yeah, really good. I think that one was honey, like honey in a glass. Absolutely brilliant. Yep. Oh, ears itching out as well. Oh my god. Right, anyway, crikey, even this part of the video is 20 minutes long. It's gonna be like a you need to get your popcorn out for this video. Right, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Much love, and also thank you for getting me past 900 subscribers. I really want to hit the 1,000. I really do. Cheers, everybody. Much love, and make sure you live, love, and laugh.